So the bottom's done. They're all approximately 2 inches long. There you go. That's just the bottom support plate. Now we'll get to the others. Alright, so now that we got the underside done, I'm going to come back here on the sides and fill these. I mean, this is already a 1/2 inch. I'm going to go ahead and fill it all the way down, and on this one I'm going to come all the way up on it also. That's all it needs for this side. You don't have to do in here or anything like that. And then that'll complete this and complete this part. So I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to take it all the way through just so it's from start to end instead of being just little tacks on there. Place we're going to weld is one here, one here, one here, just maybe a 1/2 inch tack, one here, and one here, and you can see how it's not, oops, sorry, you can see how it's not really touching. There's a gap in it, so a problem like that, what are you going to call? Call for your vise. And there you go. Now it's closed. And so then I can just run a bead right here, and I'll run a bead here, and I'll run a bead in the back. That'll be complete. The 2 back sides for here on the mount brace is complete. Corner here, both sides complete. And then bottom brace complete. And then all we have to do, it's not required and you do not have to, but I'm going to run my TIG all down the edge of the open corner joint. So this is really the last thing to be done, and then the open corner joint is optional if you want to do that. Okay, so when you do your welds, ZTFAB wants you to put a weld here and to put a weld on the back side of it. I'm going to put a small weld there, and I'm going to put a small weld in the front, and then I'm going to put a long weld all the way across the top. That's just doing it my way. ZTFAB just wants those two. Technically you're supposed to put a tack weld here and put a tack weld here from the side brace to the bottle pan, but because I'm going to weld all outside of the corner joints, it's going to be strong enough that I don't have to put the tack welds on the inside of the plates. But technically that's where ZTFAB wants you to put them. I'm just doing mine a little different. so that completes the welding for the actual unit itself, the whole pan. Technically it's done, but like I said, I'm going to go back and I'm going to do all the corner joints. I'm going to let this cool for a bit. We'll come back to it. So now comes where you have to put the wheels on. First thing you have to do is get your stud, put it in place. There's going to be a little bit that's going to stick out. There's only one video as far as I know right now on YouTube that does not show any directions on how to do this, but there is a build on this. I'm not sure if maybe they put it flat or flush or they had it out a little bit. What I did was I put the cotter pin in, I put the washers in, then you can see just how much is sticking out. So I marked it with a Sharpie right around there, and what I'm going to do is when I go to set the angle on the pin to make sure it's straight, I'm going to make sure that much is sticking out. That way when I put the wheel together, there's not that much play left to right on it. It's not going to matter because it's not like you're pushing this thing down for a mile down the road or something. It's just moving maybe every few feet from wherever you're going to be moving around the shop or whatever. I'm just being anal about it and getting it with close tolerances, I guess you'd say. So that's how much I have sticking out. That's how much is going to stick out, and then I'm just going to TIG around that and go from there. So let me get everything set up and I'll show you how that goes. Alright, let's have a look at what I did here. So right now, I have a tack right on the top. It's very small. Okay? So, I also have this thing as level as can be. No matter where it is on the tray, it's square. Okay, so we know the tray itself is square. So I get my little angle square bracket and I brace it to the side. The reason I do that is because this side right here kind of goes inward. It's not perfectly straight up and down. There is a little bit of curvature to it. So what I have to do now